Rev up your engines!
Thunder Shadow says, does premium gas increase miles per gallon? Only if your vehicle was made for it. Fancy car like a Porsche made for high-test gas. If you put regular gas, you'll get worse gas mileage. But conversely, if you have a car like a Toyota Corolla that was made to run on normal gas and you put premium gas, it might actually get worse gas mileage because it's made to run on regular gas. And here's the silly part is regular gas burns faster than high-test gas. High-test gas has to be made so that it can take the extra compression of high-compression racing engines. Well, you have to have a gas that doesn't burn as fast because if it burns too fast, the compression will make it pre-ignite. Where in a lower compression engine like a Toyota Corolla, it uses gasoline that burns faster because it doesn't have to worry about the extra pressure. So, no, it doesn't in a regular car, only in one that's made for it. John Vidal says, what makes that crackle and pop noise? Is it bad for your car? Well, it depends when it happens, but if you're talking about the one that normally happens, so you turn off your car and you hear crackling and popping, that is just the metal cooling down. Cars nowadays, of course, all have catalytic converters on them, at least in the United States. They get super hot. Some of those things, they can get 800, 900 degrees Fahrenheit. Well, guess what happens when you turn your car off? They start to cool down. And when metal starts to cool down, it'll crackle and pop. Most cars do that these days, just from the dissipation of heat. You see it all the time, and especially if it's cold weather, because then it's going to cool down even faster. You're up north, you turn it off, that really hot catalytic converter is going to start cooling down, and it'll crackle and pop. It's just the way they do nowadays. Richland says, I got a 2014 Toyota Camry SE Sport, P225 45 18R tires. These are expensive. Can I swap them out with 17 or 16-inch tires and rims that are offered on other Camry models? I do not advise changing the diameter of your car. Now, if you want to swap it out with different 18-inch tires, go right ahead, but I would not go down a size. If a car was made with one diameter, the transmission was designed for that. The engine was designed for that. The suspension was designed for that. You start messing around and vice versa. Around here, you get a lot of these kids, they buy something and they want bigger tires. So they get something that comes with 16, they put 18. And then the tires rub and they ride like crap and the speedometer's off. Stick with at least the diameter. Now you can change the rims, whatever you want. As long as they're the same diameter. You don't want to change the diameter. Believe me, if you do that, I've seen people do it, you're going to regret it in the long run. Scott Barrow says, natural gas or propane cars, CNG conversions. It's an interesting thing. Realize that if you're using gas instead of gasoline, of course, it's more efficient and it burns better because it's already a gas. So the molecules are pretty random all over the place and they burn better. When you have gasoline in your car, it's got to go through a pump. The injectors have to spray it to make a mist so it'll burn. Gas already is propane, CNG. If they are set up right, they're more efficient. The engines actually will last longer. They pollute less. Most places it's kind of a pain. They don't have as much of a range, can't go as far in them. It's generally only popular in countries where gasoline is expensive, but propane or CNG is cheap. I know a lot of Europeans and stuff, they switch them over and they do it and they're happy with it. Here in the United States, that's not that popular of a thing. If we turn into a road warrior type society, who knows what the future's going to be? And people are going to run their vehicles and whatever they get their hands on, yeah, it'd probably be more popular. Yeah. But with the supply of gasoline still available, most people stick to gasoline. Ragged Edge, and he says, what are your thoughts on lithium-ion batteries? Excellent questions. Those are top-of-the-notch batteries. I have a lithium-ion battery on my Triumph motorcycle in the garage. It's a 900cc motorcycle, and I am not lying. You can let that thing sit for a year without even using it. You turn the key on, it lights up, you push the start button, it goes boom and starts right up. You will never get that out of a lead acid battery in a motorcycle. They claim that it can do like 2,000 cycles before it needs recharging. They are the bee's knees. That said, they don't make them all that big. I guess some guys and dragsters and stuff use them, but they're like $800 or $1,200 batteries. I only had to pay $95 for mine, and I was happy. That was only $10 more than the stock English battery, but the lithium-ion batteries are good technology and they work quite well. So if you never want to miss another one of my new car repair videos, remember to ring that bell.